Meaning to life. I'm sure this question will end up getting repeated, and I'll probably just refer back to this video. What I think the meaning of life is, I have a lot of theories, and one of the things I do in my spare time is I look into just human history, whether it's just, ancient shit. And I look into a lot of theories, ancient alien theory, all that, Anunnaki, a lot of interesting stuff to look into, Sumerians. I kind of believe all religions are basically the same. They're all just different stories that have been translated differently throughout time and all that. But that doesn't get to the question. The meaning of life, I don't know. I think a lot of it is, that kind of leads to a theory of which that we're all, and I kind of sort of believe this, that we're all kind of just one consciousness, right? And we're the consciousness of the universe, living this life to experience ourselves. Why? I'm not sure. I think we're all one being that was sick of being whatever we were, whatever. We were so sick of it that we created this universe, this world, this earth, and split our consciousness into all of us, even the trees, the animals, everything. And when we die, we elevate to different levels of consciousness. And this is also why there's a theory of heaven and hell. So if you die and you like, it sucks if you die and it sucks, you're on a lower level. But hell is more like you're on a waiting list to be reborn. So I believe in reincarnation. This is just kind of my theory. You're in a waiting list of all your other split consciousness is just sitting there suffering. It's kind of a limbo / purgatory / hell. It's all the same. But I also think there's a darker level of consciousness that is manipulating and controlling parts of consciousness. Call it souls, whatever, that has created this particular earth, or I think there's multiple earths. There's so much that goes into this, and that they're harvesting consciousness, souls, as you might want to call it, and putting them, trapping them on certain worlds and stuff. So that's what this planet could be, because I personally don't think this world, this earth that we're on is the greatest place, to be honest. There's beauty in it. There's a lot of beautiful things, but there's also suffering. So if that is the case, if there's the devilish consciousness, devil, whatever, call it the devil, controlling that part, that souls or whatever, and harvesting us for whatever reason, just power, maybe gain power, maybe because part of the consciousness, maybe that split itself, doesn't want to be split anymore. It wants to go back. This is what I kind of also think. It wants to go back to being one single being. So it's harvesting souls and trapping them, and who knows what the process is. There's so much that goes into it. So is there meaning to this consciousness that we're having right now? I don't know. Personally, I hate to say it, I don't think so. But if you think of it in a way where you're leveling up and we're in a good part of the consciousness where we're not being controlled and manipulated by a devilish being, if you think of it that way, there is meaning, because you're living this life to experience new things, to learn, to grow. So when you die, you elevate your level of consciousness and you get reborn, perhaps, onto a different earth. Or you have a whole different experience where you just relearn things. If this life sucks, the next one might be better, might be good, and you might be rich. Who knows? I'm having a very weird experience of where I think a lot has been pinned against me. I did not grow up with all the cards in my hand. Like, I had to throw away those cards. Like, I wasn't dealt a good hand, so to say. And part of it, as I grew up, ended up being my own self-doubt as well, deteriorating myself. And now I'm kind of relearning in the sort of maybe at the third stage of my life, to rebuild and kind of just become what I hope to be is a better person. Will I find meaning in that? I hope. Because right now, the meaning in my life, the only meaning in my life personally that makes me feel somewhat good about anything at all is the fact that there are others out there that I have been of service to, that I have helped. And that personally gives me meaning. I think that's one of the greatest things you can do to give yourself fulfillment, meaning. But that's a tough question. I could probably keep going on. But I do have some things I got to get going and go do. But I appreciate that question. I like the philosophy. I like thinking about this stuff. And I'm still researching. I'm still learning and trying to be better every day. So thanks, Marv. Have a good one.